A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to In the Streets with Big Stone. Today, as you notice, I'm wearing my Jamaican shirt with my Jamaican flag, and it says One Nation Together. So I know the importance of building a nation. I know the importance of every single person that is within the nation doing their part to build that nation. No, Dr. Omar made a statement a few days ago, and he said if we're not careful, the Chinese will eventually own this country. Now, I know a lot of people out there are saying the Chinese already own Jamaica, but that is not true. They own a lot of businesses, they own a lot of real estate, but they really do not own Jamaica as yet. Now, this topic that I'm about to discuss, ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone who participate to be respectful of the other person's comment and the reason why that person got to that comment. Now, there's a lot of people that comment also, and in their comment, they don't come with solution. All they do come with is cuss here, and I don't agree with that and that. But I would prefer for you to come to this forum, not just cussing. You can cuss if you want to, but then come with some solutions so we all can learn from our mistakes if we're making mistakes. Don't come to this forum and you cuss, or you criticize and you don't bring anything to the table. That's not going to do anything for me. That's not going to do anything for my country that I love so much. All right, with that out of the way. Now, I'm 60 years old. I recently celebrated my birthday. And you notice I say this all the time because I'm extremely proud of my age. They say a dog of my age ain't no pup. And that is true. So I've seen a lot of things and I've learned a lot of things. And during the course of the comment that was made in that video that I did, the Chinese invasion of Jamaica, as per se Dr. Umar Johnson. And a lot of people come out and they make a lot of great comments. But let me bring you back to why the Chinese are able to prosper. Other than the fact that they work very hard, I'm not going to take that away from them. Because I remember when I was a kid, if you walk into a Chinaman shop at 12 o'clock and you order 2 ounces, as little as 2 ounces of mackerel, he'll put his food aside, get up, push his hand in that mackerel barrel, get all salty, and sell you 2 ounces of mackerel. Back in the days, when it comes to 12 o'clock, and you walk into that black man shop, you probably see a sign out to lunch. Or if you don't see that sign, and you see him eating, you dare not ask him for serve, because he's not going to put his food down and serve you. Now, I'm not saying all black folks are like that, but I've seen it. I've experienced it from time to time. Okay? The Chinese came here and they did a remarkable job in helping our people, being respectful to our people, because the Chinese of yesteryear were very, very respectful. You don't see them at your dances and you don't see them at your functions. But they were there. They were very, very, very respectful. Now, a lot of people are asking the question, if the Chinese can come here poor, and in 2 to 3 years they end up rich, then what are you Jamaicans doing down there? Most of you are not doing a goddamn thing. I would say yes and no. Some of us are doing something and some of us are not doing anything. But look at this. When a Chinese come here, and it is out in the streets, and Dr. Umar Johnson said it loud and clear. Yeah, a lot of people have asked the question, ladies and gentlemen, how can a poor Chinese come to Jamaica and in 2 to 3 years that Chinese open up business after business after business? Now, it has been said, ladies and gentlemen, by Dr. Umar Johnson that the Jamaican government has given a 5-year tax break concession to every Chinese national that come to this country to start a business. 5 years, which simply means in that 5-year period. Whatever loans, whatever thing happened during that time, it is tax-free. Okay? Now, when you look at the average Jamaican, I don't care if you're a youth just coming out of college and you're a Jamaican citizen. I'm going to ask the question because I really don't know for sure. But for those who do know for sure, I want you to answer this question for me. Do we as Jamaican, whether we're here or we're returning Jamaican, have that same privilege of a 5-year tax break if we want to go into business? Answer that question for me. Also, the Chinese Benevolent Society is a close-knit society that assists one another within the Chinese fraternity. So we as Jamaican now must learn how to assist each other. In 1957, Norman Washington Manley did something that was historical. And even though we did not have much trading power, but he was, and he set this historically, as the first country to sanction against the wicked apartheid system of South Africa. And that is why when Nelson Mandela was released, his very first international visit was Jamaica. He came to the Jamaican people because of the many artists, the Bob Marleys, the Peter Tosh, the Bonnie Wailers, see, the Burning Spear, the Dennis Brown, all the great revolutionary artists who helped to fight from little Jamaica this evil system of apartheid. And guess what? Because of our strength, we toppled apartheid. It might not be toppled in its entirety, because those who are still in power to all lands and all the wealth that they have stolen are still in possession of these lands and these wealth. But the reason why I use that 1957 situation with Norman Washington Manley, then Premier, was to show the Jamaican people that if you support your own business, and that is the problem that I have with a lot of us, if a black man open up a business in a community, and remember this young black business does not have the financial power to buy in bulk, neither does this young black business have the clout in these banking system to get loans so they can buy in bulk. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you buy half a bag of rice as a wholesaler, and for you to retail that, the amount of money you pay for that half a bag of rice, you would have saved a whole lot more if you had purchased 5 bags of rice, or 10 bags of rice, or 20 bags of rice. And because your buying power is so small, you have to put a higher markup on your product so that you can make a little profit to go back again. Now, I, as a revolutionary, I don't care how much a poor business sell their product for. I am going to support that business because I understand, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on. I understand that in order for a business to grow, the people of the community have to support that business. So in order for that young black business to be able to compete, say, with the Chinese who are getting these concessions and help from each other, because let's get it real, the Chinese stick together. We black folks, for some reason, we tend not to stick together. I can understand the reason. I'm going to explain that to you in a little bit. You know why black folks don't stick together? Because we are suffering from post-slavery traumatic syndrome. The syndrome that was applied to us, this mechanism that was applied to us, when they came to our country and they came bearing gifts, one of the gifts that they gave to us was the Bible. Yes, the Bible they gave to us. And then guess what? The guns come after. And then the whipping come after. So our people have suffered a great lot. And we're still suffering from that effect until this day. We don't love what we look like. We don't love our skin. We don't love our next door neighbor. We have no love because that was beaten out of us. And yet still, we support businesses that don't even care about us. Who is responsible for most of these bleaching chemicals that come into the island? I'm not going to call no name. It's obvious, ladies and gentlemen. These bleaching products are illegal. And yet still they come in very cheap into the island. And when we bleach our skin, when our black brothers and sisters bleach our skin, we're telling our ancestors that the way they died was in vain. They didn't die for us. We did not continue, or we are not capable of continuing the great legacy, say, of a Nanny of the Maroon, of a Paul Bogle, of a Sam Sharp, of a Marcus Garvey. They don't even want to teach Marcus Garvey in the schools. The reason why they don't want to teach Marcus Garvey in the school because they don't want you to be educated. They don't want you to be wise. They don't want you to wise up. They want you to be stupid so they can manangle you and take advantage of you. So this is what my solution is, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to sound harsh to a lot of people. But guess what? I don't care if it sounds harsh to a lot of people. What I'm speaking is the God-given truth. The almighty truth I speak. We need to start supporting each other. Even if the store that you're buying from is selling things a little bit more expensive than those other stores, buy from that store. Support that store, because if you buy from that store and support that business, eventually that business will be able to grow. And I'm also saying this to our young businesses. Develop a work etiquette. Develop a respect etiquette for your clients. Because remember, once that person have their money in their own pocket, they can go just about anywhere and spend their money. So you as a black-owned business must create this friendly atmosphere and this strategy so that you can pull your customers, respect them. And if you can give them their money's worth, try your ever best not to make this enormous profit. Make a small profit and turn over your business, a small profit and turn over your business. The Chinese are able to do it because they have friends. The Chinese Benevolent Society is their friend. Each Chinaman is a friend of the next Chinaman. They don't have to know each other to be friends. So you see this mindset that we are on. I know my people. I know you're suffering. I know the reason why you're suffering. And that is why I'm doing this forum, because I want to teach or educate as much as I possibly can, so that my people can understand the predicament and the plight that they're in. We are a great set of people. We are kings and queens of Africa. You hear what I'm saying? We are kings and queens of Africa. Our ancestors were kings and queens. Our ancestors were kings and queens of Africa. So if our ancestors were kings and queens of Africa, you know what that makes you automatically? You're a prince or a princess. So Jamaica, we don't have to fight physically. Let's fight spiritually. Let's fight monetarily. Where your money is spent is very important to you. The only way we can get somebody to respect you is to withhold that dollar. Black people spend a lot of money, billions of dollars on hair product. Do you know that? Those horsehair, and donkey hair and cow hair that you wear, manufactured cheaply, coming to you cheaply. I've heard sisters talking about, wow, oh, we can go to town and with $500 we can get a top, a bottom, shoes, and still have $100 for pay me taxi fare come home. What you're getting is a mass-produced product with no value. They won't last more than a day or two, because if you wash them, they'll just disappear. Yes, if you wash them, they'll just disappear in the wash. Cheap and clean. So get out of that cheap and clean mentality and start supporting your own businesses. And I bet if you start to buy black, spend black, party black, then eventually we can come out of this mess that we're in. Jamaica, another thing that is crippling us is this wanton behavior of a get even kind of thing. Somebody do you something and you're quick to retaliate because, child, I forget even, I'm better than him. I have more gun than him, I'm wickeder than him. I have to step away from that. You know it's hard, you know, because remember me tell you, post-slavery traumatic syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. It is a serious thing and it still affects a lot of us today. So in order for us to win, we have to defeat that. We have to get that monkey off our back. You know, one of the great things that we can do to help to get that monkey off our back, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my name. I'm going to get back to my African identity. Because when you're given names, names come with a particular reason. Did you know that? Did you know that when you're given a name in Africa, it has a specific reason as to your destiny? The name that you have on your back now is given to downtrod you, and you'll never be able to realize who you are. So not until you get rid of that name. Don't spread that disease from one generation to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. Nip it in the bud. Change your name. You can go down to the office and you can change your name by deed poll. You can call yourself whatever you want. Don't be forced to carry a name that was whipped into you. What is your name, boy? Kunta Kente. Whip. What is your name, boy? Kunta Kente. Whip. What is your name, boy? Kunta Kente. Whip. What is your name? Eventually, with pain, with tears in his eyes, giving up his God-given right, his reply is, my name is Toby. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Jamaicans, the Chinese have every right to do what they have to do to survive. We cannot take that from them. We cannot go out and cuss a Chinaman who sets up a business. We cannot do that because he's providing a service. And you're the one with that spending money, go and you spend to the service that he provides. It is you must support your own black business. It is you must put your shoulders to the wheel, as Paul Bogle says. It is you that must get your back from off the wall, as Marcus Garvey said, because your back is way into the wall. And buy black. Buy black. Support your own Jamaican business. Support your own people. And if you support your own people, then guess what? Everybody else will have to scamper. Kind of business no there for them. Jamaica, anyone who comment on this video, if you're not coming with solution to this problem, you're not welcome. If you're just coming to cuss, then you can't anger me, because if you notice, a lot of people, they might say derogatory thing, and I still give them thumbs up and I beat them up, because my thing is not to fight with you. I'm not into that. Other vloggers do that, and they get a high of fighting with people who take time out to watch their video. They fight with these people. I'm not one of those vloggers. You'll never get Big Stone to fight with you. What I want from you though, fellow Jamaicans who are out there, come up with solutions. Give us solution, Rasta. Help the people in backyard here. Come home and start your business. We understand the crime is high, but still come home and start your business. We're working on that crime thing. We're going to get it together. But Jamaica, I love you. This is my country. This is your country. Let's help to build it, and let's help to keep it. Because only we can give it away. Our ancestors fight and died for it. The least that we can do in their honor is fight to keep it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you do have a great day.